Hello, this is Emma. Do you find establishing a bedtime routine for your baby to be a struggle? If so, you're not alone. Many parents grapple with this issue, especially in the early stages of their child's life. Establishing a bedtime routine is crucial for your baby's sleep health and overall development. It not only primes your little one for a good night's sleep, but it also provides a sense of security and comfort. But how do you create a routine that works? And more importantly, one that your baby will respond to positively? That's where we come in. This video will present 15 practical and effective tips to help you establish a successful bedtime routine for your baby. From creating a calming environment to monitoring your baby's sleep patterns, we'll guide you through each step of this process. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Let's dive into these 15 tips to help establish a successful bedtime routine for your baby. Tip 1. Start early. The best time to begin establishing a bedtime routine is when your baby is around 6 to 8 weeks old. At this age, they are starting to learn the difference between night and day, and it's the perfect time to instill in them the importance of a consistent sleep schedule. Moving on to tip 2. Consistency is key. Try to kick off the bedtime routine at the same time each night. This consistency helps your little one understand what's coming next, making it easier for them to settle down when it's time to sleep. Imagine it as a soothing rhythm, a lullaby of events that gently guides them towards dreamland. Now let's talk about tip 3. Create a calming environment. About an hour before bedtime, try dimming the lights and reducing noise levels around the house. This serves as a gentle reminder that it's time to wind down, and it encourages the production of melatonin, that's the sleep hormone, in your baby's body. It's like setting the stage for a peaceful night's slumber, enveloping them in a cocoon of comfort and tranquility. These first few tips lay the groundwork for a successful routine. Remember, every baby is unique, and it might take some trial and error to figure out what works best for yours. But with patience, persistence, and a dash of creativity, you'll soon find the perfect rhythm that ensures your baby, and consequently, you, get a good night's sleep. Rest easy, because the journey to dreamland can be as smooth as a lullaby. Moving on to tip 4. Engaging in quiet play. This is the perfect time to bond with your little one while also gently nudging them towards sleep. Quiet play could involve softly humming a tune, engaging in gentle tickling games, or simply cuddling. This shouldn't be overly stimulating. Rather, aim for activities that are enjoyable yet relaxing. Reading a book is an excellent choice. The sound of your voice will soothe your baby, and the story will help their imagination wind down. On to tip 5. A warm bath. This can be a wonderfully soothing part of the bedtime routine. It's not necessary every night, but when you do incorporate it, it can be a helpful signal that bedtime is approaching. The warm water and the gentle lull of the bath can help your baby relax and prepare for sleep. Plus, it's a great way to clean off any remnants of the day, ensuring your baby goes to bed feeling fresh and comfortable. Last but not least for this segment, tip 6. Dress for sleep. Just like us adults, babies sleep better when they're comfortable. After the bath, dress your baby in comfortable sleepwear. Make sure the room temperature is comfortable, not too hot or too cold. Babies generally sleep best in a room that is slightly cool. Choose sleepwear that's soft, breathable, and appropriate for the room temperature. Remember, overheating can disrupt your baby's sleep and is a risk factor for SIDS, so it's better to err on the side of caution and keep your baby slightly cool rather than too warm. In summary, engaging in quiet play, giving a warm bath, and dressing for sleep are all steps you can take to create a soothing environment and prepare your baby for a good night's sleep. Remember, the goal is to make bedtime a calm, enjoyable experience for both you and your baby. These steps further prepare your baby for a restful sleep. Now on to tip 7, feeding and burping. If your little one is still in the nighttime feeding stage, make this last feeding part of the bedtime routine. This helps your baby feel full and comfortable throughout the night. And remember, it's important to burp your baby well after feeding to avoid discomfort from gas. Moving on to tip 8, quiet soothing activities. After feeding, it's time to engage in very calm activities. You might choose to cuddle up with your baby, gently rock them, sing a soft lullaby, or read a quiet bedtime story. These moments aren't just precious bonding time, they also help to further relax your baby, preparing them for a good night's sleep. Finally, we have tip 9. Put baby down drowsy but awake. This is crucial for helping your baby learn to self-soothe and fall asleep on their own. It might feel counterintuitive at first, especially if your instinct is to rock or feed your baby to sleep. But trust me, teaching this skill early on is a game changer. When your baby is drowsy but still awake, lay them gently in their crib or bassinet. This encourages them to fall asleep independently, which is a vital step towards uninterrupted nights for both of you. Now, it's worth noting that this might be challenging at first. Your baby may fuss or even cry, but with consistency, they will begin to learn this important skill. Remember, each baby is unique and some might take a little longer than others to master this concept. So be patient and keep trying. The reward, a baby who can self-soothe and settle to sleep, is well worth the effort. These steps, feeding and burping, quiet soothing activities, and putting your baby down drowsy but awake, are all part of a successful bedtime routine. They help your baby wind down, relax, and learn to self-soothe, setting the stage for a good night's sleep. And remember, consistency is key. These steps help your baby relax and learn to self-soothe. Next up, tip 10, say goodnight. This one's all about communication. It's important to have a specific phrase or gesture that signals the end of the bedtime routine. You could say a simple good night, or even give a goodnight kiss. This clear signal helps your little one understand that it's time to sleep and reinforces the routine. It's a gentle way to draw the curtain on the day and ease into the night. Moving on to tip 11, use a sleep aid. If your baby needs a little extra help to drift off, you might want to consider a white noise machine or a nightlight. These can provide a comforting and consistent audio or visual backdrop for sleep. The rhythmic hum of a white noise machine can mimic the comforting sounds of the womb, while a soft nightlight can create a gentle, soothing atmosphere that's perfect for sleep. Remember, every baby is different, so what works for one might not work for another. It's all about finding what suits your baby best. And lastly, for this segment, tip 12, be patient and flexible. This might be the most important tip of them all. Not every night will be perfect, and that's okay. Teething, growth spurts, and illness can disrupt even the most well-established routines. It's important to remain patient and adapt as needed. Flexibility is key when it comes to parenting. If your baby is having a tough night, offer extra comfort and reassurance. If they're not tired when bedtime rolls around, it might be worth adjusting the routine a little. Remember, you're doing a great job, and it's okay to have off days. These tips help reinforce the routine and deal with any disruptions. In the grand scheme of things, it's not about having a perfect routine, but rather a routine that works best for you and your baby. So keep going, stay flexible, and remember to enjoy these precious moments. Finally, we reach tip 13. Monitor sleep patterns. It's essential to keep a watchful eye on your baby's sleep patterns. If your little one consistently struggles with falling asleep or staying asleep, it might be time to tweak the routine a bit. Remember, each baby is unique, and what works beautifully for one might not work for another. And if sleep struggles persist, don't hesitate to reach out to a pediatrician. They can provide advice tailored specifically to your baby's needs. Moving on to tip 14, limit night interactions. When your baby wakes up in the middle of the night, it's important to keep things low-key. Keep the lights dim and your interactions minimal. It's easy to want to play or chat when those adorable eyes are looking up at you. But remember, nighttime is for sleeping. By keeping things calm and quiet, you reinforce this message and help your baby drift back off to dreamland more easily. And finally, we come to tip 15, morning routine. Establishing a consistent morning routine is just as important as the bedtime routine. Morning is the time to expose your baby to natural light and engage in more active play. This helps set their internal clock, making it easier to distinguish between day and night. It's a beautiful way to greet the day together, full of smiles and laughter. These last few tips help you adjust the routine as needed and set your baby's internal clock. Remember, patience is key. It might take some time for your baby to adjust to the routine, and that's okay. The goal is to create a comforting, predictable bedtime routine that helps your baby feel secure and ready for a good night's sleep. And as always, your love and care are the most essential parts of any routine. So take these tips, make them your own, and watch as bedtime transforms from a challenge into a cherished part of your day with your little one. Sweet dreams! And there you have it, 15 tips to establish a successful bedtime routine for your baby. From starting early, around 6 to 8 weeks old, to ensuring consistency by keeping the routine at the same time each night, these tips are designed to help you and your baby navigate the often tricky path to a peaceful night's sleep. Creating a calming environment, engaging in quiet play, and incorporating a warm bath into the routine can all help to soothe your baby and prepare them for sleep. Dressing them in comfortable sleepwear and ensuring the room temperature is just right will help your baby feel secure and cozy. Feeding and burping your baby, engaging in quiet, soothing activities, and putting your baby down when they're drowsy but awake are all crucial steps in the bedtime routine. These will help your baby feel full, relaxed, and ready to drift off on their own. Saying goodnight, using a sleep aid if necessary, and being patient and flexible are also key. Your baby's sleep patterns may change due to growth spurts or illness, and it's important to adapt the routine as needed. Remember to limit interactions during the night and maintain a consistent morning routine. This can help your baby understand the difference between day and night. Above all, patience and consistency are your best allies. Establishing a bedtime routine won't happen overnight, but with time and perseverance, you'll start to see the benefits. Remember, every baby is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. Don't be afraid to try different strategies until you find what works best for you and your baby. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with other parents, and leave a comment with your own bedtime routine tips or questions about baby sleep. Thank you for watching.